3 years of pain, emergency surgery on her spine, doctors who said she would be lucky to run again, and then Eilish McColgan ran the fastest 10 kilometers any European woman has ever run. This comeback was absolutely incredible. 35 years old, standing on the start line in Valencia, Spain. 7 days ago, her European record had been broken. For most athletes, that would be devastating. For Eilish McColgan, it was motivation. January 11th, 2026, the Valencia 10-kilometer road race. This is the fastest course in the world for this distance. If you want to run fast, you come to Valencia. McColgan knew this was her chance to take back what was hers, but nobody understood just how far she had come to get here. Rewind to 2023. Eilish McColgan was on fire. In March, she broke Paula Radcliffe's 21-year-old British 10,000-meter record. 1 month later, she smashed her own British half-marathon record, running 1 hour 5:43 in Berlin. Second fastest time ever by a non-African woman. Then her knee started hurting. The pain got worse. She withdrew from the London Marathon, missed the World Championships. Months passed. The pain would not go away. I had been in pain for so long, for all of 2023. The pain got to the point where I was not sure I would ever run without it. She genuinely did not know if she could run pain-free again. Then came emergency surgery, a fluid leak in her spine, 5 days in hospital. Then in September, knee surgery, 3 weeks on crutches, 6 months without running. One doctor told her she would be lucky to run again. An Olympic athlete, a Commonwealth Games champion, being told she might never run again. Eilish McColgan is the daughter of Liz McColgan. Her mother won Olympic silver in 1988, World Championship gold in 1991, Commonwealth Games gold twice. Liz has been Eilish's coach her entire career. Eilish did not understand how good her mother was growing up, but as she started competing, she realized winning championships is incredibly hard. Her mother did not push her into running. Eilish chose this herself. 2022 was Eilish's breakthrough. At the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, she won gold in the 10,000 meters. Her time of 30 minutes 48.6 broke the Commonwealth Games record set by her mother 32 years earlier. After crossing the line, Eilish found her mother in the crowd. They embraced, both crying. Liz said watching her daughter win was 100 times better than winning herself. It was Eilish's first major championship title at 31 years old. Months later, everything fell apart with the injuries. By 2024, Eilish was rebuilding, slowly, painfully. She qualified for the Paris Olympics, her 4th consecutive games, but she knew her performances were far from her best. 2024 was not a year for records. It was a year to rebuild her body and her mind. She kept reminding herself that her best was still to come, even when it hurt, even when progress was slow, even when doubt crept in. She believed. In early 2022, McColgan had set the European 10-kilometer road record in Manchester, running 30 minutes 19 seconds. That record stood for over 3 years. It broke Paula Radcliffe's mark that had lasted almost 20 years. Then on January 4th, 2026, Belgian runner Jana van Lent ran 30 minutes 10 seconds in Nice, France. The record Eilish had held for 3 years was gone. Just like that. Most athletes would be crushed. Eilish saw an opportunity. 7 days later, Eilish McColgan stood on the start line in Valencia. This was her first time racing this event. The Valencia 10K is famous for fast times. The course is flat, the weather is usually perfect, and it is run as a mixed race, meaning women run alongside thousands of male runners. That was key for Eilish. She had never raced with so many men around her before. At no point in the race was I running solo. She always had someone to draft off, someone to pull her along. The gun went off. The race started. Eilish settled into her rhythm. Her chip time at the start was delayed because she started a few rows back, but once she got going, she was flying. The women's race was won by Kenya's Brenda Jepchirchir in 29 minutes, 25 seconds. Eilish finished 8th overall, but her time was what mattered. 30 minutes, 8 seconds. She had done it. European record. Again, 2 seconds faster than Van Lent. After everything she had been through, Eilish McColgan was the fastest European woman ever over 10 kilometers on the road. Crossing the finish line, Eilish became emotional. I am really proud of myself. It has been a very long 3 years to get back to this level. 3 years of pain, 3 years of doubt, 3 years of fighting, and she came back faster than ever. Let me put this in perspective. Eilish ran 30 minutes, 8 seconds for 10 kilometers. That is an average pace of 3 minutes per kilometer, or 4 minutes, 51 seconds per mile, for 6.2 miles straight, after not being able to run for 6 months, after emergency surgery on her spine, after doctors said she would be lucky to run again. Most recreational runners cannot hold that pace for even 1 mile. Eilish sustained it for more than 6, and she did it while running alongside thousands of male runners, using them as pacers to pull her along. The mixed race format was crucial. At no point was she running solo, fighting the wind by herself. She had shelter. She had targets to chase down. Her chip time was actually 30 minutes 5 seconds because of where she started. Either way you measure it, this was the performance of her life. 3 seconds faster than the mark that had stood for just 1 week. A new personal best at age 35 when most distance runners are past their prime. Just days before the race, Eilish was sweeping snow out of the inside lanes of a track at an altitude training camp so she could do one of her final workouts. That is the dedication it takes. That is what separates champions from everyone else. While others make excuses, champions make it happen. Eilish is already looking ahead. The last 3 years have been tough. She rushed into the London Marathon in 2024, but she wanted to work on getting her speed back first this winter before her next marathon. This is one of the bucket list races, so I do not know how I got to my age and not done it before. I would like to come back to Valencia for the half and maybe even the marathon one day. The European Championships are coming to Birmingham in August 2026, the same city where she won Commonwealth Games gold in 2022. The same stadium where 30,000 fans roared her to victory. She has a chance to do it all again. At 35 years old, most people would be thinking about retirement. Eilish McColgan is thinking about more records, more medals, more moments like Valencia. This is not just about one race. This is about resilience. This is about refusing to accept that your best days are behind you. This is about believing in yourself when nobody else does. When Eilish was lying in a hospital bed after emergency spine surgery, she could have quit. When doctors told her she might never run again, she could have walked away. When her knee hurt so badly she could not sleep, she could have retired. But she did not. She kept showing up. She kept doing the work. She kept believing that one more race, one more training block, one more attempt could be the one that breaks through. And in Valencia, it all came together. 35 years old, coming back from career-threatening injuries, running faster than any European woman in history. This is what champions do. They do not quit. They do not give up. They find a way. Eilish McColgan found her way. She was told to retire. Instead, she became a legend.